Hey folks, welcome to the Quest Roll. This video is a recorded session 1 of the Outgun system. I am using the introductory one shot which is included in the core book. This introduction is not just for my players, it's for me as well. This is the first time I'm hosting the Outgun system, and it is new to my players as well. So this is kind of like a session that is going to help us learn and understand the game system better. If you want to understand or know about the Outgun system, I have a link here that will take you to one of the introductory guide for players who want to understand and just the basic rules that they need to know before they get into a game session of the Outgun system. Without further ado, do watch and enjoy the session 1. Hey folks, welcome to the Quest Roll. This is our first session. We are playing the Outgun game system, and this is the introductory one shot. And we have our players here, Om, Maeve, and Harper.
Um,
Do introduce yourself and your characters. Just brief, if you would like. Om, you can start off.
sure. Yeah. Hi, everyone. So my character for this game is called Om, and he was born in a foster home, and so he has been through a lot in his life. He has not had that usual kind of parenting and that social group. So eventually, he had sort of become like a criminal, right? Like someone who has to, like brawn through this world, has to survive, has to have networks of people, right? And so so there is this Project Medusa, which is a weapon, and he's kind of interested in this weapon, and he has some connection with it, and will reveal it over the game, like how Home has more role to play within this, right? And that's what.
Nice, nice. Maeve, you can talk about your background and your character.
Sure. So my character is Maeve Reed. She is a foreigner who essentially just came to India for a job, and she works at an accountancy firm for a company called Polyflow that manufactures PVC pipes. Think of the most boring company that you can think of, and then make it more boring, and that's where she works at. So she's been working there ever since she graduated college, so over a decade, and the work has been completely soul crushing, and she has become a very rude, very mean, sour person over this course of time. um, After eventually becoming more efficient at her work, she had a lot of time when she was just slaving away at her desk. So she decided to get into hacking. She taught herself how to hack over many years and eventually found herself in all the decrepit corners of the internet, just trying to uncover information, infiltrating databases, and just overall just messing around and trying to entertain herself. So she's very much just trying to look for a break, but the stability of her job has kept her bound to it until now. So this will be a very new chapter for her to explore, but one she's more than welcome to do because she has gotten to a point where she's more or less just willing to do anything if it gives her that amusement that she needs.
That's great. Harper, your character and background.
Hello everyone, my character's name is Harper. He's a sly liar. He was born outside of India and was shunned whenever he asked anything about his backdrop. His father was never there, and he was raised by a single loving mother who sadly passed away a few years after his birth. He was raised by his uncles and then has just recently returned to India for a forced arranged marriage to some snobbish rich girl. His story leads into a classic runaway bride setup, but it's him who is running away. He is a person who does not like any form of attachment to anything. The only thing he values in his life is his Dolerian car, the only thing he ran away with when he ran away from home. He launched himself into the streets of India and cheating his way through clubs, pubs, and different deals, working as a driver for hire. He has managed to learn how to survive out in the gullies. is of India and how to thrive in the scenes of crime. And Harper does not question anyone who hires him. He's just there for the ride. Right. Uh, Except
What?
that the only thing that Harper wants to do is cut the one loose end in his life, and that's his past. So when someone reaches out to him about it, he'll be more than happy.
Awesome.
Nice work. Yeah.
Yeah. So just to
Don't ask
give
about it.
So just to give the viewers a little gist, so this outgunned system is more like an action flick movie. So each character of our each players in this game are certain and what to say heroes or maybe even the villains, but have a certain heroic persona of themselves. So this is kind of like, imagine every action flick movie like 007, Jason Bourne, or what else? The Bang. Any hero that you actually watch in our movies, you could actually create in this game system, and that's what we're going to do here. Now, going back to the setup of this campaign, there is a project called Project Medusa, which seems to be a weapon, possibly a weapon of mass destruction that could destroy civilization. But there is nothing else that we know of. The Indian government, the cyber security agency, have got a little information based on from the dark web, saying that there is a project called Project Medusa, which could be a weapon, which could annihilate civilizations. And the agency, this cyber security agency, reached out to Maeve, a hacker herself, who was one of the members who identified or found about the information about Project Medusa in the quite early. And they reached out to her because they found her skills impressive, and they wanted to assign this task of identifying um, this project, whether it's a weapon or whether it's a hoax, to just get more information. So they assigned her this task, obviously with a little bit of persuasion of money and glory, probably. Maybe the challenge of being considered one of the best hackers motivated her to get into this, accept this mission. Um, so yeah, the government agency wanted to avoid using their agents, because they were worried that if they did use their agents, they could get uh, caught by the shadowy organization, if it's a shadowy organization. So they wanted to outsource their what do you say, outsource this task to other people, in simpler words. And Om was a very prolific criminal. He's been escaping the law very easily and outsmarting the law. And then this agency felt like his resources, his network, could be very useful in getting information on the Project Medusa. So they offered him a lot of money as well to help them get more information about this project. And our Harper, the ace of this team, the best driver, the getaway driver, was reached out to by Om, because he had worked with Harper earlier in one of his heists, which is unknown to us at the moment. So right now, Om and Harper are two people that they know each other, but Maeve is an acquaintance. They just know that she's a hacker, and her skills could be very useful in this mission. Okay, so without further ado, let's start this campaign. Now, Om has reached out to one of his contacts called Rajkumar. He's a very lean, timid uh, person who's very easily intimidated. But the only reason he survives this criminal network is because he's very good at getting information. He's got this network of beggars, children, and even low-level criminals to give him information about various activities that go around in India. And his knowledge of his information is that his source of information is what keeps him alive. No one wants to mess with him because he's got some dirty little secret about everybody else. So Om has worked with Rajkumar before for his own shady adventures. So he believed that Rajkumar could help us get a little more information on Project Medusa. So he'd given him a few days to get some information, and he reached out to Om last night, asking him to meet him in a dhaba, and that dhaba is called Fantastic. And that dhaba is in Karwar, a coastal city in Karnataka, South India. And he has asked Om to meet him in the dhaba at about 10:30 p.m. at night. And Om, as you reach out to your team members, that is Maeve and Harper, and forward that information to them and ask them to meet you all at the venue. So jumping to the scene, um, so how do you all do you decide to come together, or you guys come meet somewhere else and then come together? Do you decide to do that, or you guys come directly to the main venue? What do you guys decide?
We are
Directly.
just appeared.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to assume that you guys reached dot on time. You all up very punctual, and Harper comes with drives his. What's your car
I
again?
would like to be a little fashionably late.
Oh,
It's a
okay.
Dolerian.
Dolirian. Okay. So okay, you're going to be fashionably late. Okay, cool. No issues. So Maeve and Om reach on time. So let me just open. So okay, as Maeve and Om um, park their vehicle um, at the side of the dhaba. This is you'll get in, and as you approach the dhaba called Fantastic, a cool sea breeze of Karwar carries with it the unmistakable aroma of freshly cooked fish curry, fish rava fry, and a smoky hint of tandoori chicken sizzling over the coals. The dhaba itself is a modest structure with a weathered signboard glowing dimly under a flickering yellow light. The paint is peeling, the wooden beams creak faintly, but it's bustling with life even at this late hour. Patrons, mostly locals, are sprawled across charpais, the traditional jute rope cots, arranged around small wooden tables. Each setup has two charpais facing each other, their weathered ropes sagging slightly under the weight of boisterous customers. Beer bottles glinting in the light of a few bare hanging bulbs, and hearty laughter breaks through the noisy chatter. Someone leans back, wiping their hands on their shirt after tearing into a piece of spicy tandoori chicken, while another group loudly debates the best fish dish in town. You see a single waiter, a tall man, uh, a really large, thick beard, cropped hair back, and a cigarette tucked between his ears. Moves briskly between tables with surprising efficiency, a towel slung over his shoulder as he balances the plates of steaming food. His voice cuts through the noise as he yells orders into the smoky kitchen, where the orange glow of the clay tandoori flickers through the cracks in the makeshift wall. The scent of spices mixed with salty tang of the nearby sea is almost intoxicating, making your stomach rumble um, in spite of the important task that you come for. You still feel like, you know what, let's try some food here. Your contact is nowhere to be seen, but the atmosphere is lively, and almost too lively to be comfortable. Because there's a lot of people in the dhaba merrymaking, having a feast, and you're unclear on whether they're actually just customers or maybe unknown assailants. So yeah, this is the scene. What do you guys do?
So do I know what Om looks like?
Yes, you do know, because you'll have reached out to each other. The agency has made sure that you know who you're working with. So yeah, you know what Om looks like.
So
I guess
sorry, go on.
I'll call the waiter. Might as well eat something while.
Harper, you haven't reached yet.
Yeah, you're fashionably late. You don't know.
Okay, fine.
But you will experience all this when you come in, whenever you do. Okay. Yeah, sorry. Maeve, yeah, you were saying.
Yeah, so I'll walk in and, first like take note of the surroundings. It's very lively and very unlike what I am used to, which is more or less just one environment and one desk. Um, I look around and try to locate Om.
Okay. So you do see Om at the you notice someone move at the periphery of your vision, and then you look to your right, and you actually observe Om with his stern face walking towards the dhaba. Om, what do you do? And at this point, Om, you also notice me looking straight at you.
Yeah, but I want to start a little behind because while arriving, you know, I was on the way to the dhaba,
Hmm.
right? And my motorcycle, which I was coming in, I faced some issue,
Okay, yeah,
right?
cool.
So yeah, so I was coming with the motorcycle and I faced some issue, and now I am struggling to reach dhaba, right? Because I have to get my motorcycle repaired and then only I can get on the way. And I'm frantically calling Harper, "Hey bro, can you come and lift me on the way?" But he's telling, "Oh no, he's also a bit late."
Okay,
So
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 what?
I'm just running. I'm running to the dhaba now,
Oh, okay,
because my motorcycle is not working anymore. I have to reach it on time. So I'm just running. It's like a kilometer away. I'm just like running very, very, very. And somehow I reach there and I'm drenched
sweating and
in
tired,
the sweat. Okay. And I'm
breathless.
and I'm hungry to the core, and I just whatever chicken piece I found and I'm eating there. And I saw the Maeve coming in, and I said, like, with my chicken piece in, and hi, Maeve.
Okay, so okay, so you snatch a chicken piece from one of the other patrons. They look
Yeah,
at you, but you glare at them, and you are a huge guy, yeah? Right? You're a bodybuilder. They see your muscles, they see your tall stature, and they're frightened by you or intimidated by you. So they just look away. They look back to their food and they continue eating, and you
exactly.
enjoy that leg piece or thigh piece that you're munching on. And yeah,
Yeah.
so Maeve, you actually see him. Um, so by the way, even though um, your vehicle broke down, you are on time. So that's pretty amazing.
Yeah, because I ran.
So Maeve, you see him hogging on a chicken leg in the middle of the dhaba. The char pie and the setup is all outside, and it's just like a metal sheet, like thin sheets placed on a wooden pillar and structure. So it's a very cheap structure. It doesn't look strong enough. Maybe if there's a storm, all this could break off. But it seems like it's a very popular place because of the crowd. There's a lot of people enjoying themselves, enjoying the food. At least it looks like they're enjoying the food the way they're talking about the food and eating their tandoori. And I think, and you notice that the way Om is actually munching on his chicken, the tandoori must be really delicious.
Yeah.
So yeah, so he's among the crowd, and you're just entering into the dhaba. What do you say? Yeah, into entering the dhaba property. Yeah.
So I'll walk up to him and just kind of take a look at the state that he is in. I mean, he's run all the way here, and she's like, I mean, I would not say composed, but she does for the most part try to be a little bit put together because she's just used to that kind of setting. So she'll just eye him up and down, and then trying to like stifle her judgmental look, she'll just take a seat right next to him, and then give like a small pause before speaking. You look like you've got the fantastic spirit down. Did you run a marathon on the way here?
I gotta come back with the response for that. Okay. Yeah, Maeve. I really cannot tell you. But I need your help. Can you hack into my bike and just see if things are right over there?
Into your bike.
Yeah, I mean it has some digital connectivity thing. Okay, never mind. So let's wait for Harper.
Okay,
He's
so
late.
sorry, May, what were you saying?
He's late.
Now can I choose to arrive?
Yes, yes. You can also describe the way you come in. You could come and do you want to make yourself obvious? Go ahead.
Just at the scene's dainty dhaba with lit with a very few bulbs. The lights are just very low and flickering. And, and he while Om is stuffing himself with chicken, and all of a sudden, and in the distance, like a revving of an engine is heard, and with the headlights turned on a incredibly expensive and custom DeLorean pulls up near the dhaba, parks right in front of the entrance, and it's not bothering to allow the guests to enter. The door opens and I enter the place. I look around trying to find where they are.
Yeah, okay. So as you come in with uh, with a certain velocity, that is pretty scary when you're so close to it, the dhaba. You come in, your high beams of kind of make force Om and Meave to squint a little, because they're quite closer to the entrance, right? So they squint a little, and as they squint and you as they squint a little, your vehicle with again with quite a high velocity comes in. You pull back the handbrakes, you turn the steering wheel, and you kind of skid and do a kind of like a 180-degree turn, and your vehicle goes stationary. And it's not a cemented place; it's a dusty place. So the drift that you make, spreads the dust around, and it's all dusty now. And some of the patrons at the dhaba are coughing and annoyed, looking towards your vehicle, coughing, annoyed at you. But the smoke, the dust, and the light. As you open the door, the smoke, dust, and light shows a silhouette of your body. You're exiting the vehicle, um, kind of like um, kind of like the South Indian heroes that come in. They just show the footstep of them placing their foot on the ground and exiting the vehicle, and with a very positive and confident stature, you walk towards the dhaba. Okay, and you see Maeve and Om sitting at a charpai. Om again hogging, eating his tandoori chicken and enjoying it, where while Maeve just sits and waits for you to arrive. So you see Maeve and Om looking towards you.
I am assuming I do know how they look, right?
Yeah, yeah, you know
I
how
definitely know how Om looks.
you know how Om
Just
and
for
Maeve
me.
looks actually, because you've been reached out to by them before.
All right.
Yeah.
I go to them and I say, "Hello. I guess you're already enjoying the pleasures of the fantastic dawa without me. Do not mind me. I'll just take a seat."
You make quite the entrance for somebody who's trying to stay covert.
I've learned that in this country, no one notices what you do as long as you're gone by the next day.
Oh, that's a nice car you have got. By the way, you wanna have some chicken?
And no thanks. I guess I'll take my own order. Waiter,
Yeah.
I'm calling the waiter at this point.
So as you call the waiter, the waiter, with his hair cropped and a cigarette tucked between his ears. He turns around, he nods towards you and comes quite briskly towards and stands next to you, Harper. He's like, "What do you want, sir? What's your order?" We have rava fry, we have fish curry, we have tandoori chicken. If you're a vegetarian, we have palak paneer, paneer tandoori, whatever you like. What do you want, sir? Oh, and we have alcohol. We just serve beer, nothing else. So if beer is not your drink, I'm really sorry. We have water.
So I'll take the fish curry. How much would that be?
Is it? Are you paying for yourself or are you paying for the whole table? I mean, we could bill the whole table later. No rush, sir. You can enjoy your food first.
The whole table, please.
Okay, then I would say don't
One
worry.
beer for me. One beer for me.
Yes, sir. Sure. And ma'am, what would you like?
I'll have a serving of the chicken and some water.
Right there, right. We'll get it as soon as possible. So with your fish curry, we give white rice, or you want boiled rice. What rice do you prefer, Mr. Harper? I mean, he's looking towards you and asking you, Harper.
Bring any one of them. It doesn't much matter to me.
So
As
I
long as the food is good.
definitely, sir, I would suggest the boiled rice with the fish. It is the best. We locals love fish curry with boiled rice, so we'll get you boiled rice with the fish curry. And he looks at all of you all for any other orders. And do you have any other orders?
No,
Nobody?
make it 2 beers.
Right, sir.
Since Harper is paying, so
Right, sir. So he briskly goes. He goes away for about 10 minutes. Do you want to discuss about anything amongst yourself before he comes, or should I just fast forward it little and bring in the food?
Yeah, one thing I want to say. It looks like I'm not the only one that's late here. Where's the informant? Wasn't he supposed to be here?
Yes, yes. Rajkumar, I believe.
yeah, I think we should try to reach him. Does any of you need his contact?
So Om, you have Rajkumar's contact.
Okay. Okay. I'll check with him. Where is he? I'll just check on my phone.
Yeah.
I'll WhatsApp him.
Okay, you're going to message him or call him. WhatsApp call or WhatsApp message?
No, WhatsApp message. Just,
Okay.
just
Okay, so
update.
you message him, you see a single tick. You notice that the message was not delivered to him. And all this happened, and it's about 11 o'clock. It's a little darker. You see some of the patrons are leaving the dhaba, and at that moment, you see our very stylish and very welcoming waitress bring in all the food and the 2 beer bottles that you ordered and place it on the table. He serves the chicken, the plate of chicken, and a glass of water to Maeve. He serves a plate of fish curry with a single fish fry and rice to Harper. And he says, "Enjoy your meals," and he briskly walks away towards the kitchen.
One thing. Are you online on Alchemy as well? If we send you private messages, could you respond? I just want to tell you something.
Oh yeah, sure. Sorry. Uh,
You can DM on Discord also, I think.
Mhm.
yeah. I mean, Alchemy is also fine. No problem. Okay, so in the meantime, maybe you guys could discuss um, amongst yourselves. So, like me, Maeve, and Om, you could talk about something while you're enjoying your meal or something like just role play. It could be about Rajkumar, or it could be about something else, like something specific you want to discuss about the project or anything that you would like while Harper and I have this secret conversation.
Just tell me this. That man is wearing a cigarette on his ear. Is that not a fire hazard?
नहीं बाहर जाके
Yeah,
फोन
that's
चार्ज
definitely a fire hazard, but I don't think he care about it.
नहीं
What if
और
his
जैसे
hair lights on fire? Would he not care about that?
Um, I guess, but leave that. So you remember I was asking you about the bike hacking thing?
Yes, yes.
Okay. So my bike actually has a very cool tech I have installed, right? And that is what failed on the way. So I can, if you have a bit of time, and by the time we are waiting for our informant, if you can just get into it and just try to see if all the systems are working fine.
Well, if it's a tech issue, I reckon I could do something.
That will be
How
very
far away
helpful.
is your bike?
It's about 900 or so meters away.
Is that why you ran?
Yeah, that's why I ran so frantically.
Okay. Let's walk
Or
there?
yeah, we can go and go to see my bike if you wish.
Sure, sure.
Okay.
So you guys are going to walk right now, or you guys are going to wait to finish the meal, and what do you guys want to do? You guys can decide.
I'll eat like a bit just to satiate my stomach.
Okay. Om?
No, I'm just waiting for her to finish her thing, and because I'm worried about my bike.
Okay. So bike prioritizes over food. So got that. Cool.
Yeah, so I'll finish with the meal.
Cool. So yeah, you guys yeah, you guys can actually like role play. You guys were walking till the towards the bike and stuff. Harper, are you interested to join them, or are you going to finish off your meal first?
Okay. So Maeve, are you ready? So we can go now.
Yeah,
Okay.
sure.
Okay. Okay. So yeah, here it is my bike, as you can see, right? And there is one bit of a tech there which I'm quite worried about. So I just want you to make sure that the guy who is repairing it is not fiddling around with that because it matters.
A bit of tech you've installed onto the bike.
Yeah, like a small handheld device, but it's actually embedded into it. It's not like it can be taken out. It's coupled with the bike.
Interesting. So I'll pull out like this little laptop, like a briefcase, and then it's got a little laptop on it to, carry out all the operations. And she'll essentially just try to like, find out more about the bike and what he is talking about, because that's very new, in general, to have a piece of tech embedded into the bike. So what
Yeah.
do I find?
Actually, you can make a roll. Um, just a minute. So will your any of your feats help you here, or
1 second. I think I took hacker.
yeah? So what does the feat say? You're a computer wizard. No firewall can stop. Gain a free roll for all rolls about. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, so whatever. So here it would. You can do a free roll if it seems to fail. Okay. So I would suggest you uh, crime and maybe crime and no. Maybe a roll a crime
One
and no.
second. So I just click on it to roll.
Yeah, click on no. Yeah, on the skill no, or right click and just say roll. So when you click on your skill, the UI will change to the dice. It'll say use. So you just click on use.
So it's giving me like three options. Like there's a skull thing, and then there's a falling thing, and there's a fix when I clicked on roll.
So below that you'll see an arrow. Yeah, just click the arrow. Yeah.
Basic success.
Okay.
You got into like
So yeah, you did access into his tech, this chip that you're not completely aware of.
Mhm.
But you notice that this chip has not done anything to the bike. The bike it's not a software, or this chip has not caused the issue. Ohm, it is it seems like a simple mechanical issue with the vehicle. So the chip
I was
is
worried his chip has not got damaged.
no, the
So
chip
I'm
is yeah,
okay.
the chip is fine, and it doesn't seem to be the cause of your mechanical issue.
Okay. Cool. Cool. Thanks
I
very
would
much,
also
Harper.
remark on
And
this.
we can get back to Dhaba now.
Yeah.
I-
In my bike,
So
I
because
would also like to
it is
remark on
ready.
this. His bike, from Harper's point of view, his bike is a incredibly cool vehicle.
Oh, so you did join them, is it? You're with them? You got disconnected for a while,
I
so
wouldn't say anything because I'm thinking of something else at the moment. But I would do think that the bike is a really cool vehicle, and I would love to borrow it sometime.
Sure.
cool.
Happy
So
to
so just to be
give you-
clear, Maeve and Om walked to the bike, is it? That's for sure. We know that. But
Like-
Harper, I'm a little confused. So did you join them, or you've already seen his bike before because you worked with him, or you?
Yeah, I'm not gonna go there.
Oh, okay.
I'm not gonna join them. I've seen his bike before from a previous heist.
Oh, okay. Cool. So you guys, you already seen his bike, so you're appreciating the beauty of his bike. Awesome. So they are walking back. You can see two figures, silhouettes from a distance.
No, we are coming with our bike now. Like we're
Oh, you're
driving
pushing the bike?
No, driving it's fixed.
Oh, it fixed. Okay. So
Yeah.
so you yourself fixed it. You confirm that it's just a mechanical issue and you fixed the bike. Perfect.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you guys are on your bikes and you park next to Harper's vehicle.
DeLorean.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
Maeve looks utterly terrified. Like she has never been on a motorcycle before.
You'll be fine.
so
And as she steps on, she just claps her hand together and she's like, I might need a beer with the way this night is going.
nice. So yeah, you guys walk towards the table that you guys were sitting in and join Harper while he's enjoying his fish curry rice meal. And I believe Maeve, you signal to the waiter to order a beer for yourself. Yes, he nods back at you and he runs to the kitchen to get you that beer. And within a few seconds, he comes off with a really ice cold chill beer and places it right in front of you. And smiles. Probably because he finds women drinking alcohol pretty cool and pretty rare in his town.
She's drinking on a weeknight. That's crazy.
So now you notice that so when the waiter places the beer bottle next to you, you notice that the dhaba is quite empty now. It's past 11:45. It's close to an hour and a half, the scheduled time that was mentioned by Rajkumar. And Om, this is a little worrying to you because it's been more than an hour and a half. What do you do? And you
And he
notice,
has still not
like I
seen
said,
my message.
so the message did not get delivered at all. There's only a single
Right.
tick. So maybe he's out of coverage area or he doesn't have internet. Maybe that's what you understand with that single tick that appears on his message.
Right.
So what do you do? Do you still want to wait, or what do you decide to do?
Mm, Since I have more network, I'm gonna try to reach to second person in the link. Right? Could be his girlfriend or
Okay. Someone you know that
Yeah.
might know Rajkumar's location.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So you call that person.
Can I roll a dice and see if I am able to identify his location? Because I have a know something skill, right? Know all. No.
Uh,
Awareness.
I wouldn't say you could actually identify his location.
Okay.
Um, yeah. Yeah, I wouldn't
Maybe
say.
through other networks. No.
No. So maybe you can reach out to someone that who might know, like you just pointed out, mentioned. You could reach out to someone and find out where that Rajkumar could be. Maybe you
Yeah.
could reach out to one of your contacts, and that's what you do, right?
Yeah.
So you reach out to one of the contacts, and the contacts lets you know that he himself tried to reach out to Rajkumar for quite a while, and his whenever so his normal calls to his cell phone, um, the message that he receives is either switched off or out of coverage area, and it's been like that since an hour, and is that person that you uh, uh, contacted is worried now because it's not like him to actually switch off his phone because information is money and information is power, so he never would make himself unreachable to his network. So that is something that he's worried about, and he shows that worry to you.
Hmm. Right. So, okay, I know one place where I know I have found him normally. Like usually that is a very, very common spot where we meet.
Okay.
So it's like a like some a bit far away, like a warehouse kind of a place, right? And old isolated empty, like a old factory which is not in use anymore, right? So that is where like a because he's an informant, and whenever I needed information, I used to meet him at a particular spots,
Okay.
right? So I'm gonna next go there and try to see if he's there or I can find anything there.
Sure. So you convey the same information to your teammates, to Harper and Maeve, and I'm assuming they also um, agree with you and rather decide to find him rather than wait at the dhaba. Do you agree with Om's suggestion, Maeve?
Yeah.
Okay. So as you finish off your beers and finish the remaining food that is there on your plates, you step up. You all of you all step, um, you know, uh, and walk towards your respective vehicles. Do you guys decide to drive together, or do you take your own vehicles and go to the warehouse? What do you guys decide to do?
I'm definitely taking my bike.
And Maeve definitely is not going to sit as a pillion rider with you, probably because she's too afraid.
Yeah.
She contemplates it for a minute, like she stares at the bike and then like just kind of shudders and makes her way to her car again.
Okay, so as you guys walk um, towards your vehicles, your respective vehicles, um, few vehicles come screeching to a halt right next to the dhaba, and you notice that there's this guy from the back seat push the door open, and he's also a bodybuilder, a tall bodybuilder with a chain wrapped around his fingers, and it's all bloodied. You can see blood stains, and not very clearly, but you see that with the flickering of the lights of the dhaba, you see a slight the blood, the red, a little shine on his chain. Spots of the chain. The blood stains on the chain, and with his right hand you see him grabbing someone from the back seat and pulling him out, and as he pulls him out and throws him to the ground, you guys notice that that's Rajkumar, all bloodied, his eyes swollen, he's got blue lips, his lips is cut, it looks like his tip of the ear has been cut, and his nails, few of his nails are missing, and it seems like he's been tortured. So as that guy pushes him to the ground, he holds on to his collar and drags him towards um, the dhaba. right? So they haven't noticed you yet. You guys are still near your vehicle. They haven't noticed you yet. They While he's dragging Rajkumar towards the dhaba, he selects one of the charpais and sits there while pushing Rajkumar to the ground. He's not letting him get up. And Rajkumar, with the state he is in, he doesn't seem like he can get up. He's bruised badly, and but he's awake. He's in tears. He's begging for his life. And as this goon is actually pulling and dragging him towards the dhaba, group of his, probably his subordinates, who look equally intimidating, follow him towards the dhaba and take their own spots to sit. And they seem like they're waiting for someone. And they haven't noticed you yet.
So Maeve quietly gets out of her car and she slowly walk up to the motorcycle, and for a moment she's just completely stunned, just staring at the scene that had unfolded in front of them. And then she just whispers to him, "I think they're looking for us."
Yeah, I think I have spotted Rajkumar among these guys, the guy who is lying down there brutally beaten up. I think that is our informant. So me and Maeve are sort of having this, conversation, and those guys haven't noticed us
Not
yet,
yet,
right?
not yet, not yet.
Yeah, and but we have observed them because we were stepping out when it all happened, right? So so I have a sort of a composed in like Maeve is frightened, but I'm not. There could be reasons for it, right? But I'm just trying to calm her down,
Mm.
sort of trying to make her comfortable. That first of all, that yeah, we spotted that yeah, there is Rajkumar, and then I'm just trying to make her sure that don't worry, nothing will happen to us, right? For now.
She is freaking the fuck out, not to the point of tears, but she's just completely shocked. Like she keeps on just pointing to the door, like, "God." Like her voice just starts to turn a little breathy. Like this was not what she signed up for.
Why don't you have another beer?
Okay, okay. And she just takes it, and for the like earlier she was taking like small sip,
Small
but this
sips,
time
now
she
it's
just like
gulps it.
raises the glass completely and downs it.
It'll calm me down.
So let's assume now, since Harper is having some network issues, let's assume that he's in his vehicle, he's ready to leave, and he's not yet noticed all this yet. Let's let him. Hopefully, he can make it back. So, do you guys plan on something now that now they haven't identified you yet, and they have not noticed you? They have assumed that you guys are patrons who are just leaving because they expected you all to actually be waiting at the dhaba. So since they saw the dhaba empty, they're assuming that you guys just are normal patrons and not the people, not Rajkumar's contacts. So they're completely unaware of your presence, or just ignored, assuming that you guys are normal patrons. So what do you guys decide to do?
So it's quite a late, and if we stay there out of out of the dhaba and sitting and looking at them,
Mm.
they're gonna be noticing us. So I and Maeve decide that just behind this dhaba there is a small hill. We will go there and we'll try to have a binocular and see like what's happening there. So we sort of you know go and hide somewhere and try to
Okay,
see
basically,
from far distance
yeah,
what is
try to
happening.
observe from a distance on what
Yeah,
these people are doing, and maybe get an
yeah,
extra information on what you're up
correct.
against. Okay, so you guys, yeah, Maeve, you were about to say something.
Yeah, I have an idea. The only reason that these people are after Rajkumar is because they're after us, or rather the project, I'm presuming. I assume they might also have his phone, so couldn't we just call them and make it futile? Essentially, cut off ties with him and state that we're upset at his lack of professionalism and wouldn't want to work with someone of the sort. They wouldn't have any use for him after that.
No, so the thing is, these are not the main character. They are seems to be waiting for someone to arrive, and I don't want to move in before that main person comes in, right? Uh, so that's why I don't want to blow our cover and be found out. So I just want to assess the situation first. When the main character will arrive, then we can decide if we'll go and talk to that person.
Okay.
Very well. Let's head up the hill.
Okay. So you guys sneak past these assailants through the bushes, through the. So obviously it's not a barren land. The dhaba is surrounded by trees and vegetation. So you guys use the advantage of the darkness of the night and
Yeah,
the trees and the bushes to maneuver yourself behind the dhaba, which has a small hill behind, right? So it's
right.
about 800 meters, maybe, yeah, maybe 500 to 800 meters distance. You guys try to find a vantage point so that you can see the front of the dhaba as well, and observe these assailants. So so you've reached there, you're observing the assailants, but you don't see anything, no anybody else coming in or out. You observe that these guys are screaming at the waiter, the same waiter that attended to you, and it seems like they're probably ordering some food, assuming that they have a long time to spare. So the but but yeah, so the waiter accepts their order. He doesn't want to confront them because he sees a lot. They're not just one or two. They're quite a number of gangs of these assailants sitting around, making themselves comfortable at the dhaba. So he goes. You see him serving the food and the alcohol, mainly the alcohol. It seems like they're enjoying the alcohol more than the food. So the time passes by, but there's nothing else. It seems it's just waiting. And at each time, at each about 15-20 minutes, the person who has a chain around his wrist, around his fingers, um, smacks Rajkumar and talks to him. But obviously, you guys are too far. But you see him smack Rajkumar on his head and question something or say something to him. And Rajkumar just looks like he's in pain and just says some words, but we don't know what he's saying to them. But yeah. Okay, so due to technical issues, we had to restructure our overlay and um, cut off our session in between. So just to recap, our criminal Om and our hacker Maeve sneaked um, uh, past the dhaba and used the darkness to their advantage and the trees and the vegetation to their advantage, and sneak back about 600 to 700 meters away from the dhaba to a vantage point, a kind of like a mound, a large mound, where they could see the entrance of the dhaba and observe these goons, these assailants. The informant Rajkumar has been captured by these assailants and seems to have been tortured for information. And the assailants seem like they're waiting for somebody, probably our heroes here themselves. So they have made themselves comfortable. They've ordered beers for themselves, and probably feasting while they wait for our heroes to appear. So in the meantime, what they observe. So what you'll observe is, so once the waiter gives the order to them, you see him exit out of the back of the dhaba, and you see him run towards something that looks like an outhouse, but probably it isn't. It's probably like um, um, a storage area or something like that, but it's pretty small. So he goes in, and within a few minutes, you see him equipped with with a suit, like a night suit. You see him having a knife next to his leg, like a weapon holster. You see a gun holster around his chest. So the waiter doesn't seem to be a waiter right now. It may be his his disguise the whole time, and you see him much more stern and prepared. You notice that once you see his get up, you see him being equipped. He sneaks back towards the dhaba, and he's crouched behind the dhaba, probably pondering or deciding a plan to face um, these assailants. Now he's not noticed you. He's not noticed you yet. But yeah, he seems like he's going to confront uh, these goons. What do you guys do?
I think we should gather all the allies we can get.
Yeah, I see some activity over there. I see there is a very confident, very prepared guy moving there. Why don't we try to reach out to him and have a plan how we're gonna do this?
Okay.
So we can link up to him and maybe just try to like wave a little bit like, hey, come
So
back here.
are you guys planning to be a little sneaky or just walk with your
No, we are sneaking
Let's
behind
think.
that outhouse, like from boundary. We are like trying to
yeah?
poke him. Like, hey,
So you
can you?
ascend, so you descend from the vantage point, and you're trying to sneak towards this person, this so-called waiter, right? So you guys want to you don't want him to notice you, right? You want to be come reach him as close as possible. Cool. So I would suggest you guys roll a nerve and stealth. So you guys
Okay.
have descended from the mount, from the vantage point. You guys are trying to sneak closer to this uh, surprisingly equipped waiter and try to communicate with him.
So
Okay,
my stealth is success.
so basic success. Maeve, your role. So it's nerve and stealth. Nerve and stealth, not crime and stealth.
So
One sec.
how do we select two?
Yeah, wait, 1 minute. So what you need to do? Yeah, sorry, I forgot to tell. Um, this was whom?
Oh, got it.
You understood?
Failure.
Ian.
Okay.
Oh, Maeve got caught, is it? Okay.
Okay. So as you were trying to sneak closer to um, this person that you do not know, but seems like you could use his help because, like I said, enemy of an enemy is a friend, right? The quote. So as you get closer, he's just about 30 to 40 meters away from you, and Maeve, you step on a twig, and it breaks, and he hears the sound. So as soon as he hears the sound, he turns, he removes the gun from his holster, which is silenced, and he points it at the towards the direction of the sound, and he sees you, right? And he sees you, and who goes there? And he's not loud because he knows that if he's too loud, he's going to alert the goons at the front of the dhaba. So he kind of like, who goes there? He whispers a little, and he takes a few steps towards the sound, and he sees your silhouette. He doesn't know who you are yet because it's dark, but he points the gun at you and is like, uh, step closer with your arms raised over your head and slowly without making a sound. Now, Om,
Okay.
he doesn't notice you yet because he's concentrated on Maeve. But yeah, you're not noticed yet. Maeve, what do you do?
Wait, is he the waiter that had like given me that beer or like some other waiter?
No, same waiter, same waiter.
Okay, so um, she just like raises like I raise my hands and slowly just kind of like tread upon the hill trying to make my way down, and then she just quickly shakes her head like, really not a threat. I believe we have a common motivation. You want to get rid of those goons in there, and so do I.
So, who are they? It seems like they're here for you guys.
Well, let's not put it that way. Um, we're not too sure who they are, actually. What we do know is that they've hurt our friend.
And then he's like, what stops me from just giving you to the goons there and getting rid of them?
I should hope that as a good Samaritan, you wouldn't want to feed an innocent girl to the likes of those men.
So then,
But
yeah, sorry, continue.
but even then, why would you allow people like that to run rampant? I mean, you clearly, you dressed in this garb, have got a mission of your own. I don't think normal people impersonate waiters and have this action hero get up ready to go at a moment's notice. You're up to something, and we can help you out with that, because clearly getting rid of those goons is in your interest as well.
So you see him, you see his hands actually lowered a little now. You see him thinking about what you just said, and he says, "Okay, I will help you, but you gotta tell me what the hell is going on here."
I will.
Okay, and you still want to be hidden, or you want to do something here? So you see him
No,
lower
I
his
want
gun,
to.
and you notice that okay, this guy is um, uh, not dangerous anymore because he seems like he's convinced by Maeve's response, and it seems like Maeve may be able to get him into your team at least for in this scenario, in this situation. So do you want to still stay hidden? You could take
So
that as
did
a
Maeve told him about my presence
no,
already?
no, no. She
Because
hasn't.
he is not.
She hasn't. No.
So what she want to do? Does she want to tell about me, or she just want to be paired up with him and carry on?
She's like leaving it up to you. Like, if you want, essentially, if he turned on her, at least you would have like a surprise and you'd be able to attack him and he wouldn't know about that. But if you want to like reveal yourself, she's leaving it open. She just doesn't want to like rat you out for now. But
Hmm.
she would like prefer to have you there, I guess.
Okay, fine then. Yeah, we are on same team, and
So you reveal
uh,
yourself.
yeah. So I come up and I say, hi, I'm Om, and nice to meet you first of all, of course. And so, what are you planning? Are you mad? You are thinking you're gonna go fight with those like five big older guys who have I don't know how much backup with them with just a couple of weapons? You need much more than that. So here, my friend Maeve has a lot of skills which we can use, and if you want, I can call some of my backup my own.
Okay. I mean, as long as you guys don't backstab me, I'm here to help. I need to get rid of these guys. Um. Okay, I think I'm going to trust you for now. And then um, so he trusts you. He is ready to work with you, but you notice that even though um, he turns towards the dhaba and he's still crouched, still trying to be stealthy and walking towards the dhaba, he constantly looks back at both of you all. He's okay to. He seems like he can work with you all, but he doesn't trust you to actually be get comfortable. So he goes closer to the entrance towards he exited, like the back entrance. It's basically not a door the way he exited. It's a the sheet, the metal sheet itself, which he bent open and kept like a gap enough to crouch through. So it's not a door exactly. It's like a makeshift entrance that he used to get out, and now he's trying to get in. So he's right there at the entrance, and he tells there are about 5 to 6 goons, um, and he's ready for plans, ready for any strategy that or suggestions that you all have. In his mind, he was planning to try to what do you say, distract or kind of like make sound in different parts of the around the different parts of Daba so that he can individually attract these goons and take them out single-handedly, instead of facing them all together. So that was his plan. But now since he's got your support, he says, okay, I may end up, I'll reduce the number of goons from my end. I could sneak past and attract them towards, at least a few towards me, so that I can get them in the dark, use the advantage because he's in a dark suit, right? And get a few of them where you guys can use your expertise and do what you think is best. So that's his plan, and he gives you a layout on what the dhaba is. So as soon as you enter, you actually enter the storage area where all the meat, the beer, the vegetables are all placed, and then there's a door which is not locked. It can be just pushed. It's all, like I said, the structure is weak and it's just makeshift dhaba, right? So it's all metal sheets and wooden frames and stuff like that. So it's open. You can get out, which will lead you to the kitchen. And in the kitchen, there are 2 entrances. One is the entrance to for the waiter to get the orders and give the orders to the customers. And there's the other entrance that takes you to the other side of the dhaba, which is kind of a closed area where there are some tables and chairs, supposedly kind of like a family section where there are decent plastic chairs. Instead of charpai, there are plastic chairs inside and plastic tables there. So that door will lead you to that room. And in the far corner, there's another entrance there. So as you can see, there's an entrance that leads you to there's a door that leads you to the entrance where the assailants are. There's another door to your east. If you're facing to the north, it's to your east, which will lead you to the family section of the dhaba. And then on the far east, you'll see another entrance, which will again lead you to the outside where the assailants are. So that's the basic blueprint of the dhaba that he's explained to you all. And this dhaba doesn't have anything. There's no Wi-Fi. There's nothing electronic. It's all just light bulbs, electricity generate, which is got by the generator. So it's a far off place. So there's no electricity that they get from the government. They have a generator that is good enough for them to sustain. So because they just need some light bulbs for light at night. So there's no network that you can hack into, and that's what he also he says that he does. Okay, he wouldn't say exactly network for you to hack into because he doesn't know who you are. So that's what he would say, that it's just nothing fancy around here. It's just a simple dhaba with light bulbs, and the electricity that we use is from the generator that we have back near the outpost.
Well, I believe my skills would not come in use over here unless I can physically input a USB into one of their devices, which we can do that for now. I suppose the best idea right now would be to scope out all the exits and see what they're getting up to at first. If you can call on some of your contacts, we could potentially divide them and then take care of them.
Yeah, so you remember the government agency which has called us and told us about the project. So that contact person I have already told him that Rajkumar is down, and we gonna need more backup because we are up against. Basically, I've told them entire situation,
So
and we need backup.
one suggestion here, I wouldn't say you could reach out the government agency. So since they wanted to be away from this this whole mission, they wanted this to be handled by y'all, like I said, outsourced. There's no two-way communication here. It's only one-way communication. So they will
I
reach
can
out
never
to
reach out to the
yeah
government.
they want to keep it a little secretive. That's why they reached out to your expertise rather than using their assets to identify the or get information regarding the Project Medusa. So but you could reach out to your criminal network and
Yeah, so the guy whom I was trying to reach to get to the Rajkumar, I have told him
Oh,
that
okay.
I have got the location of Rajkumar. He's, pretty bad shape, and bring in someone to help us here. And meanwhile, I can take care of one or two guys by myself, right?
Okay, so this call you did
Stealthily, I can.
you did now, or did you do it while you were canvassing the situation from the vantage point?
Good question. No, actually, at that time, it did not occur to me, but now,
Okay.
after having this hero also being in our team, right? Then I have
Okay.
informed them.
Cool. So the guy says, yes, I will reach out to the network and try to send some guys to help you, but it may take some time. So what do you guys do? He lets you know that it'll take some time, but he is going to get some people and get them to help you.
So I'm helping. By the time I'm helping this guy who is fighting the other ones, like stealthily, I'm trying to nab a couple of other folks,
Okay, so
like keeping myself hidden.
okay,
Not
so
like going guns blazing, like trying to within the shadows, trying to grab few of them.
okay, so you're still in behind now. The waiter, who's now seems like more than just a waiter, sneaks in the dark towards the west. So he's gone behind the bushes. You don't see him anymore, right? and you hear like like a whistle right towards in that direction, and you notice that one of the goons um, shouts out, "Is like I heard something," right? And the guy, you can't see him because he's on the other side of the dhaba, but this person responds with a quite heavy voice, you know, go check it out, जाके देख लो, you know, and you assume that it's probably the guy who's giving orders around there. So you can hear the footsteps of a person walking towards the sound where the whistle came from, right? So this is happening. Maeve, do you decide to do anything, or do you have anything in mind?
So the best thing I could do right now is offer to be a distraction or like, make some noise and lure them away. But with the actual fighting part, I don't think I would be super proficient at it, and I know that.
Okay. Okay, cool. So do you decide, like, do you want to talk to Om about what you would like to do, or you're still pondering on some ideas yourself, and let Om do his thing while you come up with something that you could contribute, or something that you could help out with?
I'll ask Om what I can help out with because the plan is his
Yeah.
right now.
So you're so basically you're the she's the Padawan and you're the Jedi Master. Yeah, sorry, Om. Do you have any ideas? So you notice,
No, so
so
right now,
just pausing the situation right now. You notice, you hear the person's footstep walking towards one of the goons walking towards the whistle that you heard as well, and you are assuming that it's probably the waiter. You know, like he mentioned, he wanted to distract or attract these goons individually towards him, right? So that's what it seems like it's his doing. Okay, in the meantime, what do you want to do? And just to be clear, it's in the dhaba, it's well lit, right? You guys are outside the dhaba. You guys are using the darkness to hide yourself, and the advantage of the vegetation. But yeah, in the dhaba, it's well lit. So if you do enter the kitchen area or the family area, you will be noticed.
okay.
Hmm.
So I have instructed Maid to go hide inside a cupboard because since she cannot fight, so it's best for her to be hidden somewhere, right?
Great. Hmm.
And what I'm trying to do, because I have already informed some people to send backup, so I'm trying to buy as much time. So right now, I'm not sure if the other guy has got into some kind of a teamwork or he's working on his own end. I'm a little confused about his thing right now. What I'm trying to do is I'm trying to buy as much time myself. So if I could nab someone easily, I would do it, right?
Hmm.
Like if somebody went to go pee or someone, right? So I would just
Okay.
like
So
right like
so
that.
basically you're waiting in the dark to see if anyone comes close enough for you to nab them,
Yeah.
to be able to nab them.
Right, right.
Perfect. Okay. So so as you wait for any of those assailants to come into the kitchen section, so have you entered the storeroom, or you're still outside? So as soon as you enter, it is the store area, which is a closed door, and then it's the kitchen section. So are you planning to enter into the storeroom um, and
No, I
wait
have
there, or you're still
told
outside?
Maeve. No, I have told Maeve to go find the hideout and hide. So it's on her. Like she's entering the store area, and I'm sort of outside. I'm not so much inside the area, right? I'm a little bit in the shadows outside.
Okay. Okay. So Maeve, uh, do you do you decide to hide in the dhaba or outside the dhaba?
I would want to like because I saw the waiter like go inside and just like grab a bunch of action hero shit. I I do recognize that maybe it's like more of a secluded area that most people would not have access to. So I'll go there and first I'll try to locate a weapon and then I'll hide.
Oh, you mean the outhouse that he went in and changed?
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. So as you go to the outhouse, you actually see a generator running at the corner, and you see a machete, right? You see a machete there. You see a pistol there. Um, it's actually in a metal trunk. It seems like he had now since he was in a hurry, he left his trunk open. So you see that there's a machete, there is some clean clothes, there's a pistol that you see in the trunk, and there's a generator running next to it, and there's also a radio. So
Okay,
these are
that's interesting. So how big is the machete? Like,
it's a big machete. It's about how much would you say? What do you call it? Like about a half a meter long blade. It's a pretty big machete.
and does the pistol have like bullets in it,
Yes,
or
yes. It
are
has
there
one
more
magazine. It has one magazine in it, but it's not
Okay.
silenced. It's just a normal pistol. Yeah.
Hmm. So she'll take the pistol, like, it's like a bomb that's about to explode right now, like very, very carefully. And she doesn't have a holster or anything. She'll just like carefully try to hold on to it and, make sure like the safety is on so she doesn't like accidentally shoot herself or something. Um, and then she'll pick up the radio out of curiosity just to um see what communications are there, because again she doesn't know anything about this guy, and because of her affinity towards these things she can't resist like fiddling a little bit.
Okay. So you take the radio then. Cool. So you take them. You leave the machete. You just take the pistol and the radio, right? And you're hiding
Yeah.
there near that in the outhouse, or you're going to go back to where you were with Om.
With the radio, can she just like flicker through some of the stations and see what is there? Like she won't try to speak into it, but she just wants to see, but
Change the
she won't
frequencies and
take.
yeah.
Yeah, she won't take the radio though, because if that guy catches her taking the radio, it's going to be messy.
Okay. So sorry. So you're flickering through, changing the frequencies, and are you going to speak into the mic, or you're just going to see if there's any response?
Just see if there's any response or anything that's ongoing or any like chain of commands or anything of that sort.
Okay. Okay. Um. Okay. So as you change the frequencies, at one frequency you kind of pause a little because you felt like that had the strongest what do you say, connectivity, like clarity. You see, because other had that damn it, I'm not getting the word, that the disturbance. So you notice that this is the strongest frequency, and you pause at that frequency, and in a second or two is like Agent Panther. What's going on there? Has it been sorted out?
Okay. She won't respond. She'll just immediately change it back to how it was and put the radio back in the trunk.
Okay. Okay. Fine. Cool.
Then I'll go out like to where Rome was, because I think it's safer to hide outside than it is inside the tower.
Okay. Going back to Om. Actually, both of you all. So while this was happening, Om, you noticed the guy who was walking towards the sound disappear within the vegetation, and within a few minutes, while Maeve was away busy in the outhouse, you see this waiter, right, come out of the darkness and crouch towards you, and he says, "Okay, one down, 5 more to go." Right. So then he signals to you saying that he's going to try and distract the next goon from the other side, because he tells you that there's another guy smoking in the far corner. So he's going to
Oh,
try to distract that guy. So he passes by you and he's gone to the far corner, right? Now you are still at the back, right? Do you want to do anything else right now, or is going to wait for a
yeah.
while?
So to increase the distraction further, I use the sort of a central lock of my bike because I have the key,
Mm.
and I just made some sound to disturb them a little bit. So somebody come to check my bike now.
Okay,
So
but the
somebody
bike
can
is a
come.
far corner. It's away from you, so you're
Yeah,
kind of like a distraction to help probably the waiter to reduce
yeah,
the people around him. Okay, perfect.
yeah.
So as when you activate the central lock and your bike begins to beep, the goon, you hear the heavy voice of his is like, um, turn around. He Okay, you can't see him turn around, but he turns around, looks at the direction and like, who the hell owns that bike? Where didn't those patrons leave? He looks around. He's like, didn't those patrons leave? And then it just clicks to him that the people he assumed were leaving are still there. So he stands up and is like, there are still people around here. Search for them, right? And this is there are still people around here. Search for them. They're not gone yet. And then you hear little footsteps, frantic footsteps, searching not towards you, but searching the vehicles that are parked. That is your Maeve's vehicle, checking your bike, searching for you all around that area. They haven't yet come towards the dhaba or behind the dhaba yet. So you see the footsteps getting a little less louder, because they are running towards your vehicles rather than towards where you actually are. And and again, the waiter is sneaking past the dhaba, and he's what do you say, trying to distract the other goon that he could possibly distract. Now, Maeve, you have reached home by now. You also hear the commotion, right? You know that the goons are actually in searching for you now. They're not waiting anymore. They're in search for you, because all this while they didn't realize that those vehicles were still there, because they assumed that you guys were coming, and the sound distracted them, and they noticed that the vehicles that they thought were just the patrons are still there. So the patrons haven't left yet, and there's assuming that the people who haven't left yet are probably the people they're searching for. It's just an assumption. They do not know. They need to find who these people are who haven't left yet, because then it will be just those people, right, in the dhaba. So now they're a little alert. Not, I wouldn't say alert, but they're in search of anybody.
Yeah, alert but dispersed, right?
Yeah.
They're not now
Yeah,
concentrated
not
in the
yeah,
area.
yeah, not
Now
yes,
they're-
exactly. They disperse now. Yeah.
Okay. So then I tell Maeve that, did you find? I ask her basically. I noticed you went inside that outhouse. Did you find some weapon or something?
I managed to find this, and she holds up the pistol very, very, like, again, with like that. And she looks a little bit scared of it, a little bit jumpy, but then she just puts it back in. Um, and there was a machete in there, and a radio. This man, he might be more than we think he is. One of the channels referred to him as an Agent Panther.
Okay. Nice finding. Can you give that gun to me? While I would suggest you hold that machete with you, just for your safety. All right. Use it only when you absolutely need to. Okay.
Could you handle the machete? I'm not sure I'd be able to lift it up.
Okay.
It's quite large.
Fine. At least hand over the gun to me and just be by my side. Right.
Wait, did you pick up the machete, Maeve?
No, I didn't.
Okay,
But
okay,
I can probably go back for it.
okay. So
No,
you.
anyways,
Hmm.
you are not carrying it, so it does not matter now. So you just hand over the gun to me and you be by my side, right? So I'm trying to shoot now, uh, because things are sort of bit open.
Hmm.
They are actively searching for us. So I'm now like taking aims at people. I know this gun is not silent. Your gun is. I mean, the waiter's gun is silent, but this is not silent,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
So it's still I'm now going into semi stealth but shooting mode,
Okay,
like
so
shooting them
you're gonna
from.
go to one of the corners, aim at one of the goons that you see, and shoot, right?
Correct.
Okay.
Correct.
Roll a nerve and shoot. I think if you click on shoot, but before you roll it, you click on it and add one extra die to it.
I I just see roll option.
Yeah. So when you so when
Okay,
you select,
before rolling.
so once you select it, right, before rolling, you'll see that
Yeah.
skull and all that, right? So add another,
Right.
add one skull. Click on that one skull, so it'll add one extra die to your roll, and then click on roll.
Right.
Click on the arrow.
Okay. Basic success.
Okay. So do you want to re-roll? You got a basic. Do you want to re-roll? So what you have to do is you can click the ones that are not a pair. So right now you got that demon looking as a pair, right? You can click on the other two
Yeah.
and try to re-roll again.
Okay. So
The other
I'll
three,
try to
sorry.
get. So the ones I'm clicking for reroll are only gonna be reroll. The
Yes, yes,
others will
will
stay.
stay. Yeah, so that basic success will stay, and
No, only basic.
okay, only basic. So just a minute. Okay. Okay, so you do take aim and you try to shoot, but the bullet just grazed past him and nipped his ear. Okay, so now that guy, he doesn't know where it came from, right? Because he was facing the other way and he didn't see the muzzle flash. He just felt the bullet graze him, and the bullet nip his earlobe. He turns around, and but he knows that the direction from where that gun was fired, but he doesn't know your location yet, and it's still in the dark. So now he's alerted and he's calling out to his uh, what do you say, his gang members, and alerting his leader. Uh, I heard a bullet fire here. Someone's here. Someone's here. Right? And now they are alerted in your direction. Right? What do you do?
I fire again. Whatever.
Okay.
So, shoot again.
Yeah, shoot again. Go ahead.
I'll again add this skull thing and shoot.
No. This time. Okay, we'll.
2 basic success. Does it kill?
No, it doesn't.
Oh. How many basic success do I need to kill?
So it's a little higher success roll for this goon, for this thug.
So now I
So
cannot do because there's just one dice. So
yeah. So now, yeah. So you can do a reroll. You can do a reroll, but if you fail, you will lose this. So if you fail, you'll lose the basic success. But if you get another success, then
no,
you-
but there is already 2 success. How do I get a third success here? Because there's just one.
so
There's no
if
pair away.
if you get another demon or another Pokemon ball or whatever that is, you will get a critical success.
Okay. If I get three
Yes.
in
Yes,
a row.
3. Yeah. And just to say, critical success is the success that you need right now.
So what 2 basic success does it buy
No.
me time at least to?
Yeah.
does
Yeah. You can do an action, extra action now. So if you rather not roll and now you missed, right? So you could say, okay, I'll use one of the basic successes to do something else. Maybe sneak past and change a position or something like. You can do that as
Yeah.
well. So you rather
Yeah,
do that, is
so
it?
I'm changing the position.
Okay, great. So so do you like walk around the dhaba, or do you go deeper into the vegetation? What do you prefer doing?
Yeah, so I'm finding my second line of defense because my first line of defense is sort of blown out, right? And I'm sort of backing off now a little bit and trying to find another area to hide myself,
So
like
you're
crouch.
going towards the vegetation, right? Rather
Right.
than okay, cool. So you're trying to hide yourself and use the advantages of the darkness and the vegetation to take cover, right? Perfect. That's cool. Now, Maeve, you are near Om. You see this happening. You know now. Notice that they're aware that you guys are behind the dhaba, but don't know your location yet. What do you want to do?
I'll just whisper to him, should I get the machete?
I mean, of course, if you can, but you just said you cannot lift it, right? So, why don't you find another gun? Just try to find another gun in the area.
There was only one in the trunk. I suppose I could go and look for more. How far away is the outpost from the other goons? Like, are they around that area or?
No. They're quite far away from that area. They're still near the dhaba entrance itself, and the outpost or the store area that you found is about 50 meters away from where you are. 40
Okay,
to 50 meters.
I'll attempt to sneak to the outpost again and try to locate another gun, and if not another gun, then I'll just grab the machete.
Okay, okay, cool. So you reach
No,
the
why don't you ask him? I mean, sorry. So Om suggested you go check with the guy if he has a spare gun that he can give you.
Oh, but do we know where the guy is? I thought he'd gone into the.
yeah. So you know the direction he's gone towards, but you don't know where he is exactly. But yeah, it's your choice. You could either go in that direction and call out to him. I mean, it's your choice. But you don't know his exact location.
I think we should move together to go and find the waiter. Could be dangerous for me to tread out on my own with all these goons running about.
Mm. Yeah, so me and Maeve tried to move in the same direction where that waiter went. We are
Okay,
trying to
cool,
find him.
cool, cool, cool. You guys are moving towards the waiter, and you notice that while you are moving towards the waiter, the goons are actually converging in the direction of where you shot at them.
Mm.
So it looks like it was a good decision because you're in the opposite direction. So you see the goons assemble there, but while you are going towards um, the waiter, while you were sneaking towards the waiter, you noticed when the goons were coming towards, converging towards the direction of the where you shot them from, they do not have ranged weapons. They just have cricket bats in their hands, or they have uh, cycle chains wrapped around their fists. So there is an advantage. So that's the one advantage that you notice. You have a ranged weapon in your hand and you can shoot them, but they do not. They are
But
most
my bullets are not going toward
yeah. So you notice that
I thought
they don't have ranged weapons in their hand. So as you go, and you also notice that the leader who pulled Rajkumar on out of the vehicle and shoved him on the ground is still sitting on the same place on the charpai, holding Rajkumar's collar. He doesn't seem to be afraid or worried. He just wants the his goons to take care of you all while he waits and um, maybe it's his strategy. Maybe he thinks you're trying to rescue Rajkumar and he's just waiting for you all to rescue him, right? So you see him there in the same place. He doesn't seem flustered. His face is stern, just holding onto his collar and just looking around, right? Waiting for you all. So as you go, you notice as you go towards the direction that uh, the waiter was, you notice the waiter holding on to the neck of one of the assailants and drag him towards you all. Okay, and then you see the assailant's eyes roll back, and uh, probably you're probably he's probably dead, but yeah, he just lets him go, and then he's like, so what is the plan now? They've been alerted. Do you want to go all guns blazing in, or do you want to stay
I
stealthy?
was thinking that assailant might have a weapon, but you said no one carries range weapons, so he would not have any gun with him. Okay.
Yeah.
Right. So now I'm worried about Maeve because she cannot fight, right? So she has to be secured first of all. So yeah, uh, I'll again instruct that while me and waiter try to go a bit front, you try to hide, find
In the
another
woods.
location to
Okay,
hide.
perfect. So
Hmm.
now what happens is, let me um, okay. So what uh, the waiter does is um, he sneaks a little closer towards the the big bad guy who's holding on to Rajkumar's collar, and he tries to take a stealth shot at him, right? And he is going to roll. Um, but yeah, here it is. And since he's stealthy, I'll give one advantage. Gonna roll.
Oh,
Okay. he fails, so he shoots, um, but since it's his silent weapon, he's not the goon is not alerted by uh, his uh, his gunshot at him. The bullet misses and hits one of the wooden pillar that supports the roof sheet. So he sees that, he hears that sound, he looks at the bullet hole. He knows that someone has tried to shoot at him, fire at him, but he's not sure where it came from. Right? He's still in the waiter is still in the dark, but he starts calling for his goons and alerting them that they are not back there anymore. They're in front of the dhaba right now. Right? So now they are all running. So now there were around 6 of them. Right? There were around 6 of them, but now the waiter got 2 down. Right? This includes the leader itself. So there are 4 of them. That is 3 subordinates and the leader. Right? So now they're facing your direction, but they don't know where you are. But yeah, they're slowly heading towards you. What do you guys do?
So okay, go ahead.
Wait, where am I right now? Like I was hiding,
Yeah.
so
So you're still in the vegetation. You're still in the vegetation where the waiter was. Only thing that happened was once your Om mentioned that he would rather keep you behind, and Om and the waiter go ahead and confront them. The waiter actually moved a few steps forward, and tried to aim at the goon leader. He tried to get him with 1 kill, but unfortunately he missed. And you're still in the vegetation. You're still hidden, and no one has seen you yet. They believe
okay.
they believe it's only 1 person. They don't know if it's 2. They still believe it's 1 person.
Okay, I'll probably stay there. I just scurry a little bit further into the shadows and but watch with a
Okay.
keen eye. Okay. And also, if that assailant, even though they only have primitive weapons, even if he had like a cricket bat or something, I would still like to grab it. Like worst case, I'll whack someone in the head with it.
Okay. So the assailant that the waiter killed or put to unconscious had a cycle chain wrapped around his knuckles. So
Rather unsavory, but it'll do in a pinch.
okay. So you do the same, is it? You wrap it around your knuckles. Okay. Perfect.
Yeah, okay. I feel like an absolute badass, just like they don't know
Nice.
what's coming to them.
Nice. Okay, Om, what do you do?
Yeah, so I actually received a message that the guy whom I asked for backup, he told I heard some gunshots coming from your way. Where are you? So they are sort of in the range now, but they have not come in yet, right? And the guy is asking me that he has heard some gunshots. So they also got little alerted that something is happening there. So
So you
I
do.
responded them that yeah, it's better you stay there for now. Uh, and when we will give you a heads up, then you can move forward.
Okay, you have asked them to stay, wait for your signal, is it? Not come now.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, cool. Yeah, so you can still, so as I said, the goons are now running towards your direction. They don't know where you are yet, but they're running towards your direction. I mean, obviously at one point, if they will end up catching you or finding finding your location or understanding where you actually are. So they're still running towards you. So what this waiter does, he also notices that these guys don't have any weapons. So he sprints towards the other direction, the opposite direction, kind of like a diversion, right? So he sprints towards the other direction and starts firing towards the goons, right? He fires multiple shots. Again, it's in silent. So they see him running. They see the silhouette running across from one end to the other. So he's running across your vehicles where you're parked. He's run past your bike and he's running towards the other end, again towards the vegetation, trying to use the darkness to his advantage. But he's trying to distract them from your location. So as he does that, they're facing towards him now, and they've seen him. One goon from the vegetation who still hadn't reached the dhaba yet run towards him and what do you say, does a what do you say, those flying kicks, to at our waiter agent. Now that took him by a little surprise because he was concentrating on the goons that were surrounded in the near the entrance of the dhaba. So I'm gonna make a roll for the goon.
So this role is for goon who's trying to hit.
Yes,
Waiter.
yeah. Okay, you know what? I'm just gonna make a normal. I'm gonna do the numbers by myself. Okay, so the goon tries to do the flying kick, but the panther at the last minute hears his jump and he scream, like kung fu. He tried to be cool. He was so confident that he's going to get this guy. He went like hee-haw, and then with his flying kick he misses. So panther holds on, or like while he's in the air, holds on to his leg and turns him around and slams him to the ground. So this guy is on the ground. He's not unconscious, but he's on the ground. And as he does that, he continues to run towards the vegetation. Now, Om, what do you do?
I fire another shot.
Go ahead. And I take one added die roll because they're distracted by the waiter.
So on top of skull, I can add another one. Isn't it?
Yeah, just add one more. Yeah. So you got one basic. Okay, do you want to reroll?
No, and there is a 6 below that. I don't know what is that.
Oh no, that. Oh, did you select some other number instead of the skull? So if you select D6, it'll a number. So did you select the D6 rather than the DG?
Yeah.
The OG? Oh, that's ignore that. So there's one basic. Do you want to reroll?
Yeah, I want.
And this will dude.
Yeah.
So you have a gunslinger feat. We made a mistake, one mistake. So your next reroll will be free. You won't lose anything.
Okay.
So you can select the ones that are not pair. So you have to select others that are other than the heart. You have to select the 3. Okay, it's fine. So this you don't lose anything, but you can still reroll again. But this time, if you reroll, you will lose the previous success.
Let's try again.
Critical hit. Okay, so
one down.
Yeah. So whom do you shoot at the one who's on the floor, or do you shoot at someone else?
No. Because there were others who were coming.
Yeah.
You ran away, and there was one who got diverted to you.
Yeah.
Right? There was other coming.
Yeah.
Not the main guy, but some side guy, I guess.
Yeah.
No.
1 minute. Yeah. So you shoot at the guy closer to you, who was probably in the verge of identifying your location, right?
Yeah.
You shoot, and the bullet hits right between his eyes, and he drops dead, right? So there are 3 goons gone. There's one goon on the far corner to near the one that the waiter dropped down, like slammed into the ground. Okay, there's one goon near the leader itself and the leader. So there are 3 remaining, right? Now once you shoot, now since you don't have a silenced weapon, now they know where you are, right? So the remaining goons, the 2, the leader and the goon next to him, they're running towards you right now, right?
Okay.
The leader has uh, the chain wrapped around um, his fingers, right? So he's like in a boxing pose, and he's actually running, sprinting towards you right now, and he's going to um, he sees your silhouette, right? So he sees your silhouette and he's punching you. But I would give him a disadvantage because he's just looking at in the dark, and he's just punching towards your silhouette. So I'm going to give him a disadvantage. Um, okay, and
Extreme success.
oh shit.
What is that?
So extreme success is even better than
Critical.
critical, yeah. So he's got like 4. So um, as he punches you blind, but with that much vigor, with that much anger, that he's seen his one of his what do you say, goons get a headshot and die, right? He's so frustrated. It's kind of his rage mode, you know, that big towering person with his gym body, with his muscles. You can see literally like with a little light falling on his arm, you can see his veins, you know, pop out of his biceps, and he punches you straight on your face, right? And with that force, you are dropped down. You're not able to stand up. You're dropped down, and you take 2 grit damage. So what you need to do is you need to open your grit, click on your grit, and add two spots.
Right.
Sorry, three. I think
Three.
extreme is 3. Yeah. So Maeve, you see this happening. What do you do?
Okay, I'm utterly terrified by that. I'm like, okay, this is what I signed up for. I can't just let my teammate, fall back like that. So I will, because like they don't know that there is a third person, I will hopefully try to like utilize this aspect of surprise and like maybe just like jump on his back and wrap that chain around his neck, just like,
Oh,
trying
nice.
to choke him with it.
Okay.
Savior.
Really good, really good.
You saved me, Maeve.
Wait, we have to see.
Okay.
So I think that would be Brawn and what should I say stealth? No, maybe Brawn and fight. Yeah, Brawn and fight. Yeah, just roll a fight and take an advantage. Add one extra roll since he was unaware of your presence.
How do I add a roll?
Yeah, so once you select the skill, you see the skull, right? The skull, and then the you see that, right? Just click once, so you'll see the number 1. So that will add one extra roll to your roll, and then roll it. Extra die to your roll.
So he's
Okay, that's a
unconscious. It's basic success. I guess maybe
No,
he got
actually, wait 1 minute. Is that correct? Did it add one roll? So without this extra roll, you just have 4 die, is it? For your brawn and just
one
confirm.
second. It's hold on. Where do I see that?
Yeah, wait. Let me confirm it. So I said brawn. Brawn is 2 and fight is 2. Correct. Yeah. So yeah, that's 5. You do you want to reroll? It's not a complete success. Okay.
I'll reroll.
Yeah, go ahead.
two basic.
Okay, 2 basic successes. Okay, we'll take it. So as you were trying to choke him down, he loses his balance, right? And he falls onto the floor, right? But he's fallen onto the floor as with you climbed onto him. He's a huge
Yeah.
towering person. So you climbed onto him. You're trying to choke him down unconscious, and he loses his balance and he falls down. So he's not completely unconscious yet. You see his eyes rolling back, but he's still trying to fight you. Okay, he's not unconscious yet. He's still trying to fight you. In the meantime, Om, you're still getting up. You're staggered, but you're awake. You're still trying to get up. you see the waiter running towards the last goon that is there. I mean, not the last goon, the leader is still there, but the goon that is now surprised. He was also unaware that Maeve was close by. So he's surprised that a towering person like that was pulled down to drop down to the floor by a much more smaller person. So he's hesitant. He wants to come and rescue his leader, but for a second, he's a little hesitant and he's stuck there. But in the meantime, you see the waiter coming from the back, running, so he can hear him. He turns. So once he gains back his senses, once he's coming back to his senses that okay, fine, his leader is down, but he gains back his comes back to his senses. He turns around towards the sound and he sees the waiter. Now the waiter tries to punch him. Let's make the waiter roll again. Fight. Play. Okay, he's gonna re-roll. Critical. Okay, so he uses the speed at which he was coming. He jumps in the air and then he punches the goon. And that guy was just turning towards the sound that he heard, and straight at his temple he was punched, and immediately he's knocked down, and he's gone. So now there is the one goon that is near the leader who's gone. There's one goon who's on the floor who tried to give a flying kick, right? He's getting up now. He's not unconscious. He's getting up now, and the leader is on the floor. Now, Om, you're closest to the leader. Now, since the leader is getting choked, right? He's at a disadvantage. So, what do you want to do?
No, I would jump on him because he holds Maeve also. They both are struggling, so I'm
Right.
I'm going to jump on the.
And you're trying to knock him out, or what are you trying to do? Or
No, so
going to
see,
help
Maeve has chain around this guy, and
neck? Yeah.
he's like with so much force, he's trying to free himself. So I'm also gonna jump on him
Okay.
and try to wrangle him.
Okay.
So
Cool.
probably
So
fight.
yeah. So I would say you're helping Maeve, right? So Maeve, I would say do the roll again, but now with another advantage. Add another roll again.
Okay.
And to be honest, actually, you know what? You do the roll, same roll. Om, you also do another roll.
Okay.
So that would be fight itself.
Okay. Fight and brawn.
Yeah.
Okay.
So if you click on fight, it'll select brawn and it'll select fight. So
So I had just one, right? Like last time.
no, I would say don't add anything now. What I'm trying to do here is I'll add Om's roll and your roll and make it a complete if it's a complete success.
Mine is failure.
Okay. Okay then. Okay, basic success. You can reroll if you want.
Shall I try reroll? Okay, failure. There is no
No
reroll.
reroll. Okay, it's still a basic success. So now Om tried to help you out in strangling that guy, but Om slipped and he fell and was not able to help you out. You try to strangle him further and try to, make him fall asleep, but he overpowers you. Now he actually pulls the chain away from his neck, and he uses the remaining strength of his to stand up. So now he's standing up and you're still on his back, right? You're still on his back. So now
I will just look towards the gun and try to give Om dude, just you're very close.
okay, so and while this is happening, the waiter tries to come and help you guys out. So now the waiter, he can't take a shot at the guy because you all are too close to him and he doesn't want to take a chance. So he tries to knock the goon. So I'm going to say fight. Okay, basic. I'm going to roll again. Oops, sorry. Okay, 2 basic. Okay, so he doesn't succeed in knocking the player. So what he does is he comes in front, punches his stomach, and then gives an uppercut to his jaw. So what happens now, since he was standing and he pulled the chain away from his neck, right? So because of this attack by the waiter, he loses that grip. You are able to strangle him further and pull him back again. So he's not fallen this time, but he's staggered. He's not. He's getting choked back again, right? The leader could not gain back his balance or try to overpower you. He lost his balance and now he's continued to get choked. Now the other player, the other goon that had fallen, gets up, comes running towards Om, because he seems to be the closest and he wants to help his leader. He comes and tries to punch you. Now roll for defense. That
Because
would
there's a
be
defense also
fight. Just roll for fight.
with brawn
Yeah.
and no added this
No,
thing.
no added. Yeah.
Okay, at some point, I want to signal my other members to come and help us also. I mean, I think this is the time that, I'm messaging them that where are you?
So
Can you come back?
yeah, that was some mistake that you did. I thought you would call him immediately. So now you're in the middle of the fight, so I don't think you're in a state to take your phone yet, right? You need to. Oh, you're rolling once.
There are 2 basic successes I have against
Okay.
this guy who was coming toward.
Okay. 2 basic successes is. I think it's just. Okay, so he tries to punch you. You block a few of them, but you do take 2 to your chin, right? You're staggered back. You take 1 grit damage.
No, I got success till I get damage, is it?
So if you fail utterly, you'll get 3 damages.
Okay.
So if you succeed a little bit, the damage reduces. It will reduce to 1.
So
So
I'll make it 4 now.
yeah, good for now.
Okay.
Okay. Now, Maeve, what do you want to do?
I'll try to probably just like cross my hands, to intensify the pressure of the chain on his neck. And at the same time, probably I'd try to like push my knees because I am still hanging on the guy's back. I'd probably just try to push my knees and, get him to the ground again because
Okay.
it'll be an easier vantage point.
Yeah. Go ahead.
So fight and brawn again?
Would it be fight? 1 minute. Yeah, fight and brawn again. Do you want to reroll?
Okay. I will.
Okay. So now, because you re-rolled, your previous roll, one of the previous roll gets cancelled out. So basically, none of it was a success. Is that
Sorry?
okay? So now, since you re-rolled, right, your previous success will be cancelled out because now you got a failure. You didn't get any better success, better roll. I mean.
So it has to be a better success in order to be counted, not like the basic success can't just keep on going on.
Yes. So basically, so once you get a basic success, if you get another basic success, it will be considered 2 basic successes. If you don't get another success, if it's a failure, then the previous success, one of the previous successes will fail. So in this case, it won't work. But let's say you got 2 basic successes, right? And then you re-rolled the remaining. So what will happen if I fail the second re-roll? Instead of 2 basic successes, it will become 1 basic success.
Okay.
So that's
Yeah, sure.
yeah. So it's fine, right? You are going to okay. So you try to strangle him, but still he overpowers you, right? And I'm going to make him roll here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make him roll to see whether he overpowers you and pulls you down. Okay, he doesn't. So he tries to overpower you and hold onto your head and pull you down, but he wasn't able to. So he was the way you were tightening around his neck so much that he couldn't actually reach out to your head to hold on to you. He tries for a little bit and then he gives up and he goes back to holding onto the chain and trying to trying to save himself, right? And now it's um, the waiter's turn. Now the waiter, he's right in front of the goon now, right? Om was busy facing the other guy, the other goon. Now he's right in front of the goon. He takes out his gun. He's like, let's just finish this. He pulls out his gun, and now he shoots at the goon. And I'm going to give him an advantage because he's distracted by you. He's holding on to the chain, right? So I'm going to give one advantage to the waiter. Come on, man. So bad rolls. Okay. I'm going to re-roll. Come on. Come on. Okay. So he pulls out the gun and he wanted to actually kill him, but what he ends up doing is he misses and shoots his legs. So now the goon, the leader, is on his knees and he's even more weakened, right? Now Om, you took a punch from that guy, right? Now it's your turn. What do you want to do?
I want to invite the other party. So what is the way?
So
Can I run?
you're still confronting him. So I would say you would need to first, finish him off before you could actually call for your.
So, and my direction is away from those other direction, right? I'm not. So I'm gonna shoot that guy, and I hope it's not gonna by mistake hit any of my
No,
members.
you're away from.
I'm trying to shoot now.
Yeah, go ahead.
And you said I'm a gunslinger, so I can add one die, right?
No. Gunslinger, you can, if you do not succeed, you can re-roll for free without losing the previous roll.
How do I reduce it?
Right click. So left click to add, right click to reduce.
Basic success. One basic. I mean, I think it cancelled out. So
Okay.
I missed the.
Okay, so again you miss him, sadly. So you miss the shot from a close range, but he's a little shocked because he doesn't have any weapons, right? He's just fighting with his fist. So he feels the bullet pass him, and he's.
Actually, I have an eye. So I did not shot. I took out my gun, and since he's very dexter, right? Like he knows flying kick and all. So he kicked my hand and gun sort of
Oh, okay, cool.
flew
Yeah,
away from my hand.
perfect.
Use your
Right.
gun.
He's giving me ideas to ruin his day.
He's a
Brilliant.
kicker, right? I mean,
Brilliant. Yeah. Great, man. Great. So yeah, he sees the gun and he quickly does a flip and kicks the gun off your hand, right? Brilliant, man. Thanks, dude. Okay, kicks the gun off your hand. Okay, so now it's um, just a minute. Okay, yeah. So now it's the goon's turn, right? So the goon is going to roll. Okay, he fails. He tries to. So once he kicks off the gun from your hand, he thought he could do another spin and kick you right at the chin, but he misses. He slips and he falls. So in the air, he forgot to. Once he did the kick, he misses your chin, and he was so surprised that he missed your chin. His footing slipped and he lost balance and he fell. Okay, he's on the floor now. Now, Maeve, it's your turn. What do you do?
Honestly, I've got a good thing going on. I don't want to impede on that. So I'll just again try to, make the same adjustments. Pull with both hands and maybe squeeze on it a little bit to kind of like make it dig into the skin of his neck.
And
And yeah, just use my elbows to like get a wider grip and apply like more
Yes, maybe
controlled
you can
pressure
do it.
into it. Like
yeah.
Keep
like I
trying.
will I will I will try to like target his like carotid arteries like with the chain, just like position it so it'll be right over it and cut off his air supply faster because he's been, fighting this for a while. I just want him to fall already.
Okay. Yeah. So you take a roll. Actually, take two additional die. One thing is because he's shot on his leg, right? He's in pain, and you thoughtfully aligning your chain around his arteries and trying to strangle him further. And it's not just the choking him; it's probably he's in pain right now. He's the chain tightening around his neck. He's already suffered through a lot. So yeah, take two additional die.
I will read.
Yeah, yeah, go ahead. So the remaining four, yeah.
Critical success.
Okay, perfect. So as you what do you say? You place your knee on his back, just to anchor yourself to get a support of your lower part of the body. You tighten it so hard that you can see that his fingers actually start to cut. His the chain start cutting through his fingers. Not his bones, but you could see it like he can't with the power that you actually pull the chain. He's not able to pull back. His fingers go back in, and it seems like he himself is choking. He's choking up, right? And you could see he starts to bleed. You could see his neck starts to bleed, and then in a few seconds he was trying to say something, but the only thing that came out of his mouth was a gasp, and then his eyes roll back, and he falls back, and he's dead.
Gone, dead.
He's dead.
Dead. Oh my
Yeah.
God. Okay, so she'll like check the pulse to make sure, and her hand is shaking. Like she can't believe she just killed this man, and she'll get up slowly with holding this chain that is now a little bit bloodied. Like, okay, that happened.
Great. I would actually award you adrenaline point. You can add one adrenaline point to yourself for this. So you should have two now, since you haven't used the one. Okay. Um, Now this guy, the waiter, um, runs towards the guy who's on the floor now, who's tried to attack Om and missed, and he's on the floor, and he's going to try to smack him and beat him to his, until his soul comes out of his body. He's that frustrated right now, so he's going to try beating the hell out of this guy, and I'm going to give an advantage to him because he's not in a what do you say? He's on the floor. He's in a disadvantage. He's prone basically. So I'm going to give an advantage. Oh, okay.
Critical success.
So you could see the frustration in the waiter's face. His eyes are bloodshot. He's angry. He's biting his teeth and he's screaming and continuously punching the face of this guy on the floor. And you could see his skins of his knuckles peel off. You could see his bones. He's punching him continuously with that much ferocity, with that much anger. He's not realizing that he's actually hurting himself too. And the goon's face is completely bloodied. You can barely recognize his face anymore. And then once he starts getting tired, his punches start slowing down, and then he then realizes that okay, he's gone, he's dead. Let's stop. And then he's still panting, trying to get his what do you say, breathing stable. He raises himself up and he's like wiping the blood off his knuckles and his fingers, and he could see his bones because his skin and his flesh has peeled off so much that he can see his uh, uh, knuckles, bones, and then he goes to one of the charpai, takes the beer, and starts washing his hands off the blood. And then he looks, and he's all sweated, tired, still panting. Looks towards both of y'all, and it says it's done. And then he looks at Rajkumar, who's still on the floor, crying and in pain, who's still conscious. Uh, in the corner of his eyes, he's on the floor and he's looking towards you all. He's still weak. He's not trying to get up. He's still, he's taking this time to actually rest his head and, um, just pray that and pray and wish that he was, basically he's happy that he's alive. He thought he was going to be a goner. He was in pain. Now he just rests his head and he just wants to make himself comfortable on the floor. And he rolls rolls on his back, and he's literally, you could see the fear that was there earlier gone. So what do you all do? The goons are all gone.
We'll walk up to again. Like I think she would want to make sure that the guy is dead again because she can't process the fact that she's actually killed someone. And then with a small sigh, she'll let go of it and approach Rajkumar and kind of kneel down on the ground so that she can look at him a little bit easier and meet him at eye level. And then just lean in a bit. Hey, are you okay? Um, they're gone now. They're all dead.
So while he was on the floor, he had closed his eyes, but he noticed you come in and speak to him, and he looks at you, all bloodied, swollen. One of his eyes are shut because of the swelling. His ears, you could see his ears lobes slit. You could see that some of his nails are pulled out. He just opens his eyes, one of his eyes like that, looks at you. He can't open his eyes completely, the other eye as well. One eye is completely shut, so he's completely bruised. He's weakened, but he's like, he thanks you, he thanks you, and he says, all I wanted to tell you all is the person in charge or person involved in the project of Project Medusa is close by. They are loading up a cargo airplane, and heading to an unknown location. I just know that he is there in the plane, in the aircraft, and should be leaving soon. You have to hurry. We have lost a lot of time because of these goons catching me and trying to catch you. We have lost a lot of time. You have to hurry and go to the aircraft if you want to catch the person involved in the Project Medusa. So this is where I'm going to end the session. I think this was a little different, to be honest. This is the great part of TTRPG. Like, you expect some sequences to end up quickly, and then things happen and ideas change, thoughts change, and it turned out to be a much larger sequence, which is awesome. Nothing to be what do you say, to worry about. Because it's, as long as, like I said, as long as you guys enjoy this session, even though it stretches a little bit, as long as you enjoy, it's all good for the DM as well as the players. So overall, what do you think about this system? What do you honest opinions, please?
I think it's super fun. I mean, I especially like the dice rolling a lot because it feels a lot like gambling, you know. And I mean, I don't like gambling, obviously, but
Yeah.
I enjoy the dice rolling system, and I really like the tropes that it's trying to go for. Even with the when I was going through it and trying to pick which one would be appropriate for my character, it's a very intriguing thing. I really like the premise of it. And honestly, thank you. Like, this is a very new system to me. It's always very difficult to run new systems. So I think this was a lovely session, and I enjoyed it a lot.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. It's a new system to me as well. I was a little concerned, to be honest, like how it would go and how would I handle it. Whether the do I know enough? Like, it's always the DM's question, right? Do I know enough to actually host this session? Though every TTRPG says the rules are just like like a bare bones. You don't have to follow it to the dot. You can create your own rules and make it fun for your players. But yeah, it's always there in the back of the head, like, do I know enough to actually host this system? And I'm glad you guys enjoyed it. Om, I know this is your first TTRPG, and unfortunately the gods of dice did not like you today.
Well, no, but role play stuff was really amazing, and I also enjoyed this dynamism which dices bring in. You know, you are trying to shoot someone, but you cannot, right? So these are interesting.
Great. So yeah, it was really fun. It was nice hosting you guys. Hope you guys enjoyed it, and see you on the next session. Take care.
Sure.
See you.
Have a
Thank
lovely
you.
day.
Bye.
Bye.
Have a good day. Bye.